black sheep. Black mama only goes when I strap up. Point forward on this clock. This isn't luck. Long range 430s down a black hole. Said I got the Midas touch. You ready?
Okay, let me drink some water. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Yo, look, right? This was WasupwitE live, California's Dreaming. Season 4, Season of Dreams, right? And then Season 4, Season of Dreams is not necessarily about somebody making your dreams come true, but you actually going through the efforts and taking the time and all the progressions and you putting in all the hard work to make your dreams come true. So today we got something a little different. I've always had some I don't know, maybe I could say I've been slightly skeptical about if it's true or not, or if people are just telling you stuff. Like, all right, so in the Waterboy movie, right? And then the lady, she's like, and then she says, well, they're just giving you a broad view, so they don't have to be, dead on. So if their answer's wrong, it could kind of get close to it, right?
Yes.
And then I was always like, I don't like for someone to tell me something like that because I'm not sure if it's going to alter the way I think down the road and if I'm going to push myself to go that way because of that's what I heard someone say. All right, so a entrepreneur. It's entrepreneur for women too, right? It's all the same, yeah. Right? And then I don't know, it's entrepreneur. No, okay. I'm just kidding, right? But well, I'll let you introduce yourself and explain it because I don't even know how to pronounce.
Yeah, it's okay.
Your
I will do it for you.
All right,
don't even worry about
but
it.
But look though, like, share, subscribe. Go back, check out all the other episodes. Season 4 is almost over. I think we got like 2 more episodes. I think Women's Month was last month, and then we didn't get the women on, so we have like 3 episodes in a row.
Hey.
We're going to do another episode with someone. She's a psychiatrist, and then it's because this month is mental health month as well. So yes. She's going to come and talk about that, and then I don't know what else she's going to talk about. Mental health stuff, right? All
yes.
right, so what's up? Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Stacy, and my nickname is Estacia. So my metaphysical spiritual business is Estacia Light. I am a guidance tarot reader. I deal with tarot cards and oracle cards. So just to speak on how you have felt about it, I will say that tarot is not for everybody. I definitely don't push people or pressure people. In the same space, I can say that we're moving into a time where there's a lot of people out here starting to do it. It's almost becoming a trend. So I do think if you go towards tarot for yourself as a guidance system, I look at it as a guidance system. So with tarot, it's about energy and the energy around us, how things might be affecting us. It could be energy around you, someone around you, or things dealing in your own life, things and circumstances happening in your own life. So what I usually do is I will, kind of introduce someone to my way of reading, because there's psychics, there's mediums, there are people like clairvoyants. So I consider myself kind of a clairvoyant. And this is something that I did not think I would be a tarot reader like 10 years ago. I never thought that I would be doing this. It's something that I came upon through my journey. And in doing so, I handle it with the utmost respect. I think that's the most important thing, just having respect for it. And whatever you're doing for someone, you're just respecting that connection, that they're coming to you for help. And it is, like I said, it's a guidance system. Energy changes. So you could come to me today and I can give you some cards and it might tell a certain story. And then I'll see you 3 months from now. I'm going to do cards again. It'll be different story because it'll be different energy. So that's kind of how I go about it.
Okay, and then you named a few different tarot, medium, and clairvoyant.
Yes.
So what are the differences in those?
Well, tarot is the structure, right? The cards here is tarot. A psychic might be someone that can say, "Oh, E, your ancestor just came to me and said A, B, C, D," right? I just got this message for you, and they get this message maybe directly. I don't know if you've seen that young man that like scribbles and they have all these things. I don't know his name, but he's a medium that goes to people's houses and he gets these messages and he scribbles it down. So that's like an example of a psychic. A medium is someone who might be able to connect. So let's say you have a past person that has passed on, you might want to connect. A medium might be able to do that. They can actually say, okay, that person's here, this is what they're telling me. I am not able to do any of those things, at least at this time. I consider myself a clairvoyant, where I'll just instantly receive a message in my mind, or I'll see it right here. And again, I use it as a guidance. I'll be like, hey, I just got this, does this make sense to you? Or this is what I just heard, does that make sense? So I don't really have connection with any other source. And I know people probably listening to this right now probably think I'm all the way crazy, but hey, that's all right, because we're all different, you know? But all of us have intuition. So you can think of it as your gut instinct, your intuition, your inner voice, right? We all have an inner voice. So sometimes it's that inner voice that might be giving me the information that I need. So we all have this ability to tune into ourselves and look for kind of like a higher power within ourselves and outside of ourselves. And that, again, is why I'm here. These are like oracle cards. So oracle is like more gentle.
Okay,
sorry.
Okay. Time out.
Get into a whole lesson.
Time out. So you guys, most people that watch these shows are similar to me. So oracle, like we think, Matrix, right? So
we're in the Matrix right now. Red pill or blue
So every
pill.
time you say that, I just see them going into the kitchen talking to the lady, or going and sitting on the bench talking to her,
Exactly.
and then her telling them something that they have to look for the answer in. Like it's not necessarily that she just giving them the straight up answer, but But okay, so that's pretty close.
It's pretty close, because tarot just gives advice, right? It just gives circumstances and situations and kind of, oh, this is what could happen, this is what's happening, but it's up to the person, it's up to the individual to make changes or to shift their own energy, or to say, oh, now that I know this negative situations coming my way, I can prepare myself to not go insane if it happens. I'll be able to be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Now let me move on, or let me grow from this, let me learn from this. So I look at it as applying things and taking this information and using it to help you in your life. It's a reflecting thing. So again, people come to tarot and they think a lot of times, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of times you do get someone that comes and they think you're going to tell them everything, and that everything's going to be like great or peachy, or, and it doesn't always go down like that. And also people sometimes will go towards tarot as, I have to know if this, like you were saying, I have to know if this is going to happen, if this is going to happen. But at the end of the day, it's up to us. It's up to our choices that we make. It could happen, but if we don't go outside, we ain't going to meet nobody, right? Like if we decide not to quit our job, we'll never leave a toxic career. So it kind of depends on your movements after the reading.
Okay, and then what are the differences in the cards that you have?
Yeah, so I just brought a couple of these. So how I was saying is oracle is a little more gentler. Okay, this is going to be like it's okay, you just think positively. And tarot is more like gonna be real about that shit. You know what I mean? Like there's the death card in tarot that people are scared of. There is the devil card that people are kind of scared of and intimidated by. And they always say, oh, I hope no bad cards come out. But you know what? There's a good and a bad to every card. And the death card, for example, like I have one of my pieces here with the death card in ashtray? It could be an ashtray. It could stand up as a piece of art. You could put your jewelry in it.
This is finished?
Yeah, this is finished.
For me?
Sure, it's for you. You're Scorpio, so Scorpio is ruled by the death card. There you go.
Shit, man.
Death is about
cool.
what is it called? A metaphysical.
Nah, this is pretty cool though.
I can't even say it. Metamorphosis. Okay, like the butterfly. So the death is about beginnings and endings. There's beginnings and endings all the time.
How'd you put those flowers? You made those, or you bought those in a cutout?
The flowers, I bought them. They're like for scrapbooking,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I put
yeah.
like crystals and other pieces
Just
of
confetti?
glitter.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
And
fresh.
herbs and things like that. So I do resin art. I do small
It won't
handmade things as well.
melt. Do they melt? Like if
I mean, I guess you
something
can
is.
test it out for me. I don't think it should
These
melt.
are fresh though.
Yeah.
So people would buy these, right?
Yes.
And then
I've
how
done
much-
a couple
how much is-
pop-ups, pop-up tables where I sell my resin art and I sell all the other things that I make. I sell this for about $20, $25. These I sell for about $15.
Oh yeah, these are fresh.
And then I'm going to be making more pieces to come, but I just brought some. So this is like the sun and the moon in tarot, opposites. They have different meanings. So yeah, this is a traditional tarot deck. This is like the real tarot deck right here. Okay, so this is an example. Temperance, okay? Temperance is telling us to have patience, that we may need to wait for what we want to come to us. This is the Ten of Cups, ultimate fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. So actually, since we're on this, I can actually tell you all that tarot playing cards came after tarot. So how there's the four suits, hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds, there's the four suits in tarot.
Oh, okay.
And each of them means something. So we have the pentacles for money, for finances, for real life things like this table right here. We got cups for emotions, love, our feelings. We got the swords for like our mind and our voice, and the wands is for action and creativity. So, and then we have majors. Majors are big, life-changing themes that might be happening. So it basically tells me a little story. I'll do a little spread and it comes out and tells me a story, and then I relay that story to the client. You always want to take whatever makes sense to you. Not every message is going to make sense. So
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
And then how often are you are you reading? Like, are you really busy?
I will say that I definitely have consistent clientele, and I'm doing a few readings a month, but I will say that it does take a lot out of me at times, and I need to make sure that I re-energize myself and I'm in a grounded space to be able to do this work.
And then is it it's in person and Zoom?
Yes. So I have a small space in South San Francisco in the Bay Area that's in person Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. It's by appointment only. And if you are not able to make it, I do it over Zoom if you're not in the area. I have a client in Australia, for example. I actually call her over Instagram. But Zoom, Instagram are my platforms for online readings.
And then is there like is there such thing as like group readings? Like you would read for a group of people at one time, like maybe if it's a family or a couple and they're like trying to figure some stuff out.
Yeah, I would say I could definitely do a couple reading. They would have to be open to anything coming out. That's the only thing. Sometimes, let's say a third party situation comes out, there's like the Three of Cups, for example, that could indicate a third party, which does not mean a person, but it could be a person, a drug addiction, a shopping problem, overeating, going out, spending more time away than with your partner. But, the people have to be open to whatever. If it's a group reading, like I did a house, I did a private house event, and I had the individuals come to me one at a time, but there were moments where it was heavy. There was moments where it wasn't a good thing that came out in the reading, and I had to convey that to the client. And so I always try to just tell people, it's not like the people you see at the carnival that you put the quarter in and you think, oh, this is going to be fun. Like, it can be like that, but again, I can't dictate what comes out. So I just try to make sure everyone feels safe and understands, hey, I'm going to be like as private as I can and in this group setting. But I would stick to individual, to be honest. Okay. I would stick to individuals.
And then what's the what's the time frame and the price ranges? Like, you don't have to say like a price, but yeah. So people could kind of know, because I don't know. Only thing that that we remember is the infomercials that would come on
Yeah.
on TV. And I just remember this one with the lady, her eyes would pop out like,
Yeah.
you know,
Call me now. Yep.
And then they start getting her for like some
Scam.
other commercials and other things like that. But we don't have to talk about like scam stuff or anything like
We
that.
should lightweight though, because honestly, like my page on Instagram, it got scammed, and people were DMing people asking them for money, acting like they were me. So that is something going on right now. Actually,
scam is just going on in life.
Yeah, Bitcoin scams.
Like I mean, I'm pretty
scams.
sure that there's some.
All kinds.
I don't want to. Somebody that I know personally, like they've gotten scammed on a page, asked me for money. I think more than once. But that just happens. Like,
all I will say is a real spiritual person will never go in your inbox. A real person doing tarot will never solicit you. So that's one very big clue. If someone says, "Hey, what do they say? Grand Rising, Grand Rising, my child. I just got a message from your ancestors that you need to know right now. What's at me?" You know what I mean? No, that's a scam. Don't even do that. I don't solicit. People come to me. I would never jump in your DM and ask you if you want a reading, because that's like crossing boundaries.
That's my dog.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
okay, so into the pricing.
And the time, like how does it usually work? Like, is it like an hour for this or 30 minutes for that? Or?
Yeah, I think it depends on the client. So some people are satisfied with 30 minutes. I definitely think an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, because sometimes there's back and forth talk. If you do it in person or over with someone live, then it will be some back and forth talk at some point, and that could move to the 45 to an hour time range. I think that that's a solid time for a reading. But yeah, 30 minutes can be done, 15 minutes can be done.
So is it ever a time where like the time is getting close and you're like, man, you really need to know this?
Well, I'm not one of those people that's
no,
like,
I'm just kidding.
Ding, you now have to pay $1 more to continue. I'm not really like that. I'm kind of nice, which is something I'm working on as well. I need to have stronger boundaries. But no, like I'll go over a little bit. I'll just say, once it's getting close, I'll always ask, do you have a specific question, or do you just want me to ask general? Like, what do you need to know right now, right? So we'll go through that. And then sometimes they'll say, oh, now I do have a question, right? So then I'm like, okay, well, we're already 30 minutes into the reading, so I'll ask this last question for you, and we'll see what comes out. And then I say, do you feel satisfied with the messages you've gotten so far? And they'll say, yes, I am. And I say, okay, well, this is what I have for you. So basically, blah, 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 blah. And I give them a summary of the whole reading and basically end it, but I make sure that they feel like they've received something.
Okay. All right, so look, right? This was WasupwitE, California's Dreaming, Season 4. Season of Dreams, right? Like, share, subscribe. Go back, look at all the other episodes. Share them with your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your aunt, your uncle. Even if your grandma want to watch some stuff, I'm sure there's something on here for her, right? Look, all right, so we're going to take a time out. Not really a time out. It's just, I just need to make sure the camera's still, this one's still recording.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, see. Yeah, nah, you can say it right now. It's
still working? Uh-huh.
Everything is still working. We recording the whole time. Okay. So what are the prices?
So I would say a legit reader that's been doing this for a while will charge you no less than $100, most likely. I will say expect $80 to $150 for someone who has been doing tarot for 5+ years. I am someone that I offer lower rates, but my in-person rate is between that kind of like 60 to 85 rate. You are getting an hour of my time and my energy. But it kind of depends. I started out at only like $30. I would start out with my friends and family, and I still have my own friends and family rate. I can hook you up with like a little discount if you watch this video and like it and subscribe and then follow me on Instagram, like all the things you got to do these days. But I'm just kidding.
Yep,
but yeah, I would say, you know what, put some respect on their names though. Put some respect on tarot, because most people, they want the information, but they're like, damn, like $50, damn, $75. Like, yes, that's how much it is, because it's going to help you, make sure you do your research and get someone that's legit, not just over here playing games, and it will be worth your money. I've never had one person tell me that they
It
were
wasn't worth
unhappy.
it.
Yeah, I've had people come back to me. I've had people recommend me, and I've had a lot of first timers.
So okay, so do you have any events coming up in the future? Anything going on?
No, just personal readings. I just got my seller's permit, so I'm going to apply for some pop-ups going on in the Bay Area. There's like Art Walk SF. There's nothing that I'm officially tied to right now. I do have other real jobs. But yeah, I'm just building up my art. I'm building up all of my ammunition to be able to have my next pop-up event.
Okay, and then you said like with the energy, so you reading for someone else like disrupts what's going on with you?
It does not disrupt it, but I can absorb someone else's energy. Like there's a term called an empath, which is like an empathetic type of individual who is more open than others. So if you feel drained after dealing with people, if you don't do well in crowds, if you can just feel that someone's like bad vibes like right away, you know, that's like you absorbing some energy. So I just have to make sure I cleanse myself and that I take care of myself, right? Because if I'm not all whole and taking care of, like, how can I fully take care of someone who's coming to me for help?
And then do you like have like light a hella candles and do all this
I
stuff?
definitely have my routine, you know. I mean, if it was in person, I would set up a little ambiance and make it all nice with some candles. But I do cleanse my cards. So before I even get on, I use Palo Santo, I use sage. I will light them and I knock on my cards. These are all things that I've learned. There's all different types of readers. People do all different types of things. This is not just the way that I do it is not the one and only way, but I've learned this over time. So I knock on my cards to clear them. I'll pack it like this. I'll ask, please remove any negative energy. I'll take my Palo Santo and, you know, burn everything. Sometimes you can just cleanse your cards over it. And then I pray upon the cards for what I'm asking. I'll say like the person's name that I'm going to do. Please help me with this person. Please help me do this. And yeah, I just cleanse my cards first before I even get on.
So like you good? Like
yeah,
like you could
I'm
like
good.
upside down. And do
Well,
all
I
this
mean,
stuff
that's
and,
how I used to learn. I mean, I don't do it like that, but
like you
like
could be a dealer. I mean,
yeah, I could be a dealer, but no, like that was, yeah, like, oh, that's your father. Hang on. My grandfather taught me how to play cards, man. When I was a little girl, we was playing blackjack, doing a bridge. I haven't done a bridge in a long time, but yeah, I don't do a bridge when I'm doing my tarot, but I'll shuffle it like hella times. And then I personally split my deck in 3, put my palm on it. These are other things that I've seen from other readers that I made my own. And then I do look at the bottom, this ain't the best card, you know what I'm saying? But this is an ending. This is looking at the horizon of what's to come.
that have nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with him at all.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
so I
what's
shuffle like this. You see, that one
yeah.
just came out. So I shuffle like this. And it's funny because I'm right-handed, but I shuffle. I use my left when I'm doing this. So who knows? So that's how I get my cards. Sometimes they fly out. Sometimes, you know, they get stuck in my hand. And then I just, a little bit at a time, I start flipping them over and telling the story that I received. And then after, I will use either my oracle deck or, you know, another deck to give me some advice. I shuffle it the same way, do it right in front of the client. And I layer them. So that way we get like multiple messages and they'll connect with one another and then I can get a full story for them.
And then okay, so and then what about all of the like the signs? You know, like
oh yeah, astrological
signs.
signs.
I'm not really, you know, I'm not reading signs and reading what they mean and looking into all of that stuff because but like I said earlier, I don't necessarily want something to make me wanna like head that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to read something that says I read a fortune cookie the other day. It goes, enjoy a meal or something. And but it's like you don't want to change your life to fit what the fortune says. So with someone reading their daily horoscope, you know, they might be like, oh, today it says I'm supposed to meet somebody. Well, I'm going to go out of my way to meet somebody today. Yeah. Or I don't know, a bad night coming.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to just stay in tonight, you know?
Yeah, I would just try to say, my only advice is just try to take it like with a grain of salt, you know? not everything has to be so detrimental, right? In regards to like being a permanent choice or decision, especially with tarot. I think it just gives us time to reflect and see what messages come out, how do they apply to my life, and what am I getting from it? Like maybe the information was all that I need and I don't need to make any changes. I'm just like, wow, that gave me some clarity. Now I have some clarity that I should leave this job, or maybe I should go for my dreams and be an entrepreneur, right? So it's not always as heavy, or it's not always permanent, but I definitely get what you're saying. And I'm not that type of reader. There may be a reader that says, if you don't do this, then your life is going to fall apart. But it's like, nah, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen like that. We can have moments in life that shake us up, that completely obliterate our foundation, but we are always able to rebuild. So I always say, that's why I say there's a positive and negative to every card in the deck, and we have free will at the end of the day.
Okay, and then before we get out of here,
yes,
can you tell or let everybody know like what's going on with I don't know, with the planet or the horoscopes and everything,
okay.
like right now?
Okay, so yes, we are currently in Mercury retrograde, which is probably one of the most well-known retrogrades because everyone kind of makes fun of it. Mercury is ruled by Virgo and Gemini, and it also is the ruler of technology and communication. So usually when it's retrograde, it kind of slows down and appears to spin backwards, which fucks up shit down here. So your email might not go through. You think you got a plane ticket and your plane gets canceled, or things just get all messed up. You might get into arguments. This is a big time for arguments. But really what's happening in Mercury retrograde is these themes are coming back up for us at times, not just the technology parts, but these arguments or fights that might come up. They're coming up with individuals we may need closure with. We might need to review some things. We might need to revise some things. It's never a good time to sign documents to buy a new vehicle or do a big lump sum investment. That's going to end on May 15th. We'll still feel it for about 2 weeks after that. And then we have like Pluto's in retrograde until October. You can definitely Google these things. I was telling E the other day, like, whether we believe it or not, we're literally floating on a planet in the middle of nowhere. And we are definitely affected by these energies. And if you think of the full moon and how the tide affects, right? The moon affects the tide. Well, we are made of almost all water. So it must affect us as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pluto, I think, is the planet of destruction. So a lot of institutions will fall down. We saw that banking situation happen. Pluto had just gone into retrograde. So it's a way for us to, again, use it as a guidance system to help us. Like, oh, damn, Mercury's in retrograde. I just know that I'm not going to take this seriously. If someone comes up to me with some anger or they're yelling at me, I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm going to step away because I know other things are going on right now.
Okay, all right. So let everybody know where they can find you, where they could, get in contact with you.
So my Instagram handle is Estacia Light, ESTACIALIGHT on Instagram. He was saying, as long as you know how to spell it. Estacia Light, okay? But if you can't find me, then find WasupwitE, and he follows me there.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll put the the name will be in the description, so you guys can just look on in the description, right? So I don't know if you guys like this part of the show, then I don't know, maybe we could add it. She could just record it from wherever she's at, and then we could just link the video in like on a monthly type of deal, maybe. I don't know. If you guys like it, let me know, and then we can start doing like some other things, right? So I want to do this. I want to go visit some restaurants, and then we're gonna do this stuff where we're gonna start visiting some barbershops, right? So this California's Dreaming. Look, season 4 is almost up. We got like 2 more episodes, I think, for season 4, and I think both of those episodes are women's episodes. I'm WasupwitE. Everybody knows that. WasupwitE, right? All right. So right. So let's get to the right. So right is like, it's like it's used for everything, right? So you're a tarot card reader or right, right. So you California's dreaming, right. Look, I was outside the other day. I seen this. She was right. So everything is like right. So this was up with E, right? California's dreaming. Look, go back, check out all the episodes, like, share, subscribe, and then yeah, that's it.
Thank you.